So one thing to note about your generator as well is that it pulls gas from the gas tank of the RV, so you never have to fill up the generator individually, which is great. However, there is a safety feature that if the RV is at a quarter of a tank or less, it will not start the generator, because what they don't want to do is have the generator run and then all of a sudden you're out of gas and you can't get anywhere. So that's one thing that you should always keep in mind as you're using the generator. All right, let's talk a little bit about how you use the generator within the RV. If you need power, say for instance you're boondocking somewhere and you want to run the AC, then you're going to need the generator on for that. Turning on lights and things like that, you won't need the generator, but the batteries do have a finite amount of power, and so you won't be able to run big things like the microwave or the air conditioning. So for the use of the generator, you'll come to the control panel, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at the generator prime, and you're going to push and hold this down until it lights up. And then you can do it one more time and it's primed. From there, you're going to hit the start button and you're going to hold it and listen. And you can hear when it's running, and now it's running smooth. I let go of it, no problem. Okay. Right here, this tells you the number of hours that it's been running. So when you take the RV at the beginning, we'll notate how many hours it was at, and that way you'll know how many hours you've used it over your trip. Let's go out and let's look at the unit itself. If you ever need to get in there and do any kind of troubleshooting with the generator. So follow me out here. Come out here. We're going to come around the front. You're going to want to make sure that the slide is in, because while you can open the door when the slide's out, it's just easier to work with the slide in if you need to use the generator. So we have the slide in right now. You're going to come over here. This is the exhaust. You want to make sure you avoid that exhaust. It is extremely hot. Make sure that you don't touch it. It can burn you and doesn't feel great. You're going to open these up here and lift it up. If you need to access, we've got these two knobs that need to turn right here, and then you can lift up and place that down. To shut off the generator, you're going to push right here. You push and hold that and it'll turn off your generator. Okay? You can actually turn on your generator from here as well, which we'll show you how to do here real quick. You push this in and it starts right up. If it hasn't been running, then you're going to want to prime it first. And you can prime it by holding this down. That light will pop on, and then you push and hold the button again for it to start. If you ever need to check the oil is right here. You unscrew it and it shows the gauges on there that are the tolerances. If you ever hear that the generator is kind of running rough or not working well, there's a little knob right here that it is supposed to self-adjust. If it doesn't, you can come here and you can kind of adjust it, and that changes the mix of the fuel right here from the altitude. So sometimes if you're going somewhere like Colorado, you know, it's just good to know where that's at. Hopefully you don't have to ever use that. You shouldn't need to. Otherwise, you should be in good shape.